If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in a Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead them. Still waiting for the homie to show up. I'm gonna hang out then. Jake, whose hair was perfect? Alright. Oh, okay. So what do we have? Actually, we're almost a 50-50 split. I mean, we're not completely, but 58% of the people on the stream have said that they've heard of Zevon before. 42% said that they never did. I'm going to leave the poll going. Oh no. Kid Rock stole the melody of this song and Sweet Home Alabama for his song all summer long. Wow. Thanks, Emily, for your love of our reactions. You think that we reacted to what song, Rez? Oh, you guys think that we've heard this song before, or at least Vin has? Which one? The werewolf one or the one we just heard? Yes, Rezdog, I know that you abandoned me. You ditched me. You went for Vinny now. I see. Oh, the werewolf one? Oh, I'll be interested to see if he knows. If he's heard it before. I'm sure I haven't. Oh, it's a simple song? Maybe I'll recognize it. I doubt it, though. I barely recognize those things. Did you find what you were looking for?
No.
Do you want me to look?
Nope.
Okay, then please sit down. All right. A lot of people are saying they think you're going to recognize this song, or at least the piano part of it.
This song? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do it.
All right, Werewolves of London. To end things on a happier note, this is Warren Zevon, most well-known song, peaking at number 21 on the Billboard charts. This song can be found on pretty much any Halloween playlist. This song came about as a joke after Phil Everly of the Everly Brothers had just watched the 1935 horror film Werewolf of London and suggested to Zevon to write a catchy song based on it and that people would dance along with it. So Zevon and a couple of session musicians wrote the song in 15 minutes.
Okay, here we go.
However, the song got put aside until 2 years later when it was chosen to be the lead single of Zevon's second album. Containing an earworm of a chorus, once you hear it, this song, you never forget it.
Oh boy. Earworm of a chorus. Well, we will be the judges of that.
Werewolves of London, Warren Zevon.
It is our job to be the judges of that.
Yes.
Warren
Yes.
Zevon,
Let's go.
Werewolves of London. It's Friday, also known as DJ Nick Day. Let's do this shit. Go.
Hey, I've heard this. Definitely heard this part.
I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, walking through the streets of Soho in the rain. He was looking for the place called Lee Ho Fooks. Gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo.
That's the chorus?
Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo. You hear him howling around your kitchen door. You better not let him in. Little old lady got mutilated late last night. Werewolves of London again. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo.
That is gonna stay in my head. That is gonna stay in my head. I've heard this before.
Werewolves of London. Ahoo. He's the hairy-handed gent who ran amok in Kent. Lately he's been overheard in Mayfair. You better stay away from him. He'll rip your lungs out, Jim. I'd like to meet his tailor. Ahoo, werewolves of London. Ahoo.
So bad.
Werewolves of London. Ahoo. Well, I saw Lon Chaney walking with the Queen, doing the Werewolves of London. I saw Lon Chaney Jr. walking with the Queen, doing the Werewolves of London. I saw a werewolf drinking a pina colada at Trader Vic's. His hair was perfect. Ahoo. Werewolves of London. Draw blood. Ahoo. Werewolves of London.
Okay. I love the way that thing is walking
I knew it.
because it reminds me of that Elizabeth Warren meme. Remember that meme with her long legs? She was walking.
Babe.
that thing didn't remind you of that?
I don't remember it. It was just funny, like, picturing it. And I was just glad you didn't say it reminds you of your wife.
No. That walk that Elizabeth Warren had. Like, it was a little bit scary.
Oh, man.
okay,
Oh,
alright,
man.
fuck you
Oh,
all.
man.
I thought it
All right.
was
All right. Okay, I've definitely heard that sound before, but I don't think these were the lyrics that went with it.
Werewolves
What I
London.
heard. I'm not sure if I saw some sort of a remix of it or something. Because the lyrics, I don't remember that at all. But maybe it was. Maybe.
Yeah, people were saying like, "Yo, that course is gonna stay in your brain," and it's really a horrible thing. It should be a violation of the Geneva Convention, because you can't not.
I know.
That it's Werewolves of London. It's like, what the fuck?
15 minutes, and it made 21 on the charts.
Yeah, here I'm spending hours and hours and hours grinding literal blood, sweat, and tears trying to perfect this chord, this song. 15 minutes. 15 minutes is all it takes. I
think you're right. It isn't Sweet Home Alabama.
That COVID song would have got us to the top of the charts.
Sweet Home Alabama. Yes, you're right. I think that's where I've heard it. So I never heard this song, but I have heard Sweet Home Alabama.
Okay, what did you think of this song though? Did you enjoy the song?
Yeah, it was fun. It also had a curious feel to it because I was like, where have I heard this before?
Yeah, where did you hear that song? They let you hear that
Sweet Home
song?
Alabama. If you listen to it, they have that same pattern in there. So it was familiar to me, but I've never heard this one before. Obviously, the song itself was where I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, walking through the streets of Soho, if that's how you say it, in the rain.
Yeah, Soho.
He was looking for the place called Lee Ho Fox. I don't know. I feel like that's wrong. I don't know. I feel a little bit uncomfortable reading that. Gonna get a big dish of beef chow mein. Yeah. Werewolves in London. And then it got a little tragic. You know, there was an old lady that got mutilated by the werewolves.
Well, by the werewolf. It's different if it's mutilated by the werewolf, though, I will say.
Why?
Well, because the first girl got attacked by a human. You know what I'm saying? If it gets... You know, werewolf's gonna werewolf. You're not gonna be mad at the werewolf for beating up the old lady.
So if it said, a black man got mutilated by the werewolf, you'd be fine?
Yeah, I wouldn't care. But the thing is, we would never get mutilated by a werewolf.
Here we go.
We would never get caught. And we would never venture into their lair and shit. Y'all would be like, well, we need to figure this shit out. I mean, what's going on with this lair? I mean, we hear about this freaking rabid animal ripping people apart. Let's go deeper into the dark fucking, moist fucking cave. Yeah, we would never do that shit.
It's true. There are a lot of things that I see, like, there are certain things that I've seen, because I watch a lot of those shorts, and there's a lot of things that I see black people do that I'm like, there they go again. And then there are other things that I see white people, like I said, there they go
100%. Would never be done. Would never be done. Never be done. Now, if you told niggas, like, look, there's like a whole, like, treasure trove of cannabis, flowering cannabis things.
I thought you were going to say women.
All you have to, yeah. Exactly. Some white bitches in down there, too, as well. There's some cannabis that's been guarded by
they might venture in there. It's being
guarded by a harem of white women in thongs. Then it'd be different.
Stop it!
And niggas would be like, oh, wait a second.
I'm so surprised.
Then we would be consumed by the werewolf. But other than that, you're not going to get black people to go in that situation.
Oh, boy.
Werewolves of London. Ooh.
Vinny's getting weird. Okay. So then, after that, he's the hairy-handed gent who ran amok in Kent. Lately, he's been overheard in Mayfair. You better stay away from him. He'll rip out your lungs.
Rip out your lungs, Jim.
I'd like to meet his tailor. I don't get it. Oh, well, wait.
Because he's dressed very nice. He's dressed very nicely for a werewolf. Like, the way the werewolf was walking, yo, was just mad funny, bro. Like, because it was just, like, mad old school. So simple. But, I mean, this tells me that a song can get, like, this big. This tells me that, you know, human beings we're never going to outgrow our sense of humor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Amen.
A lot of serious shit in the world. And this guy, you know, doesn't have a problem with social commentary at all.
Right.
But it tells me, and the other thing it tells me is that it seems to me that people who are most aware of how horrible shit is are also the funniest people that we have. So that is also a very interesting contrast because, I think from an evolutionary perspective, you would have to grow both skills simultaneously to continue to live. To see things as jacked up as they are, you need to have a giant funny bone. Otherwise, you're going to jump off a bridge. So I do think that even though this is funny, we're all having a good time, and I'm not going to, like, bastardize the song by trying to make it deeper than it actually is. But it does tell me something about human beings, which is we like to laugh, and we also like to laugh at horrible shit because the werewolf is like consuming these people. But
it kind of makes it okay because we know that it's just a werewolf and it's in a fantasy land, type of thing. So the song is funny and it's an earworm and all the rest of it, but it also is deeply meaningful to me as far as like the role of comedy and the people that we find funny and why we find them funny and how they develop that funny bone and all the rest of it. Like, that's a very sophisticated set of ideas. Really, really sophisticated set of ideas if you think about it. Like, the concept of humor, from an evolutionary perspective, like, how does that work toward replicating genes and survival?
I mean, I think it works.
Like, it works now because we know what jokes are, but can you imagine the first guy that told a joke?
Yeah, when I went to...
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, when I was in Latvia, they didn't do sarcasm there. So it was really weird, like, because all of a sudden you'd, like, throw out some sarcasm and people would be, like, looking at you like, what are you doing? And it's just different places, so I could see, yeah, if you're the first person making jokes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how did that dude even survive? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, like, you would figure if you just go with the Darwinian narrative, like, you had a bunch of these, like, almost more beasts than human creatures, and then one guy just, like, pops a joke, says something that's not true, and he's laughing, and other people are like, where is the wildebeest? Oh, there is none? We're gonna fucking spear you, bro. Like, what? You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Like, that's a very... Human beings are so fascinating. And the human mind is so fascinating. Like, if you just stop and say... If somebody were to stop and analyze laughter... Like, that is so crazy that we laugh. Like, it's unbelievable.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
If somebody sat back and really analyzed laughter and tried to figure out what was going on in the consciousnesses of the people that are doing that, like, that's just unbelievable.
Yeah, and it's
unbelievable to me.
And it's funny too because, like, when you see kids when they're first understanding like laughter. Like, okay, so Orion is 3. This is a little bit of a gross story. Orion is 3. Reza's 1.5. Both of them had done the dirty in their diaper. Both of them. I couldn't figure out which one it was. So I was like, Orion, come over here. Because they both were saying, I said, Orion, did you? He said, no. And then I asked Reza. Reza goes, he does like one of those. And then he says, no, Orion did. And so I changed Orion. Sure enough, Orion was dirty. So I changed him.
Oh my gosh.
But it still didn't seem right in the room. And so I'm like, Reza, come over here. And then I went to change him. And I said, I asked him again. I said, Reza, did you? And he said, no. And then when I went to change him, Orion comes over and he looks. He sees that he did. He goes, ha 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 ha. He starts laughing at him. But I was surprised that he understood, like, because he thought it was funny that Reza was trying to get out of it, but Reza was in the same situation as him. But, like, he's only 3. Like, that was, like, a little bit. But watching them, like, laughing about stuff is funny, and seeing, like, these tiny little humans and how like, nobody teaches them to laugh.
Yeah.
Like, but all of a sudden stuff just strikes them as funny when they're really little.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that humor...
It's weird.
Humor helps us in a lot of situations. Like, when I'm watching a movie that has a really tense situation, but there's a character that keeps it light, I always love those types of movies.
Comic relief. You know, Shakespeare
had that?
He always had that. Remember, like, in Macbeth, the guy that was drunk, he had that little monologue, and it was all this ironic stuff about him being drunk. And then,
probably...
Right after that, Duncan gets stabbed up and all the rest of it.
Yeah, I mean... That level of humor... Because when I'm...
What?
Babe, this is... I just feel like we're back to the ignorant conversation. Like, you're just a lot smarter, so,
it's literally called comic relief.
Yes, I know, but when I'm watching Macbeth, I'm just trying to, like, really grasp the story the first time I hear it, because they're saying all kinds of phrases I've never heard before. I'm trying to understand what's happening. Now there's 3 witches, blah, blah, blah. So I'm trying to, like... I didn't pick up any humor in it. But I see. You're just as smart. We're just as smart. We're all on the same level. I get it. Anyway, I'm thinking more of, like, Guardians of the Galaxy.
If you were a common,
that level of comic relief, or Deadpool.
If you were a common person during Shakespeare's period.
Yeah, I know,
You
but I'm
found
not.
it as comic relief.
I totally believe that.
And the other thing is, when we watched the movie, you laughed when that guy was doing his solo.
I did?
Yeah. So I don't know, like, why you're playing the, like, why you're
'Cause I
being
don't
so
rem-
weird. Like,
'cause
you
I don't
laughed
remember it, and I
during
don't
that
remember
portion when
laughing.
you heard what the guy was saying, because we had the closed captions on there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good to know. I guess I'm not completely ignorant.
Weird. It's so weird.
I don't remember laughing at that. I don't remember thinking any of it was funny. Actually, no, you're right. I did find a couple parts funny. Strike that from the record.
Unbelievable.
All right, so
It's so weird, bro.
I really liked this one. This is a 9.8 for me.
I'm giving it a solid 9. A solid 9 because of the humor. And I also like the video with the way that the the guy was walking, because it reminded me of Elizabeth Warren. Shout out to DJ Nick. This was great, man. I would have never heard of this guy.
Let me end
Zevon.
our pool. Our poll. Let's end the poll.
There's another poll?
Yeah, I said how many. Whoop. Here we go. How many have heard of Zevon before this stream? I have. 56% had, and 43% said they never heard of him before, first time.
There you go.
So DJ Nick introduced 43% of 46 people.
Of course, I didn't get to vote, so that would have probably put it up there.
That's
to probably
true. We
like
both didn't vote.
48%.
We both didn't vote.
So yeah, it's probably 50-50. I had no idea this person even existed on the planet Earth. Thank you very much, DJ freaking Nick. DJ Nick has been our DJ for like the last month of Fridays, I think. So
Month? It's been longer than that.
Shout out to the big homie DJ Nick. You know the deal. We've got other DJ streams coming up very, very soon. We got a reggae stream coming up. We have other streams coming up. It's gonna be, we're multicultural in this bitch. Shout out to everybody. You guys have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your night. And look at this DJ. We gotta do it. Rest in peace, ears. Here we go. You guys know what's coming. Anytime we have a super impactful DJ, it's gotta happen. There's nothing you can do about it. You guys know it's coming. 5, 4. And another one. And another one. And another one. And another one. And another one.
Oh my God.
That's DJ Nick, everybody. I get to have friends. Having said that, dear listener, Vin out.
Sorry, out.
Go.